Hey, this is Ken Casey from the Dropkick Murphys, and I love the Grandstanders! Take it away, kid!
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman, and I'm joined by my usual cohorts, Uncle Joe McLaughlin, and he's the barber to the stars, Hollywood Pete Montgomery. Well, we have another great show for you tonight. We're chomping at the bit to get here, boys. First of all, we want to thank our great sponsor, Pizzeria Dante, 415 Harvard Street, Brookline, Mass. He brought the pasta, the eggplant pasta
delicious
today.
eggplant. Oh.
And we almost didn't have a show. Everybody was digging into so much. So thank you again, David and Dante.
And thank you for climbing the 3 flights of stairs, the elevator route.
That's right. 415 Harvard Street, again, Brookline, Mass. Our favorite people in the world. All right, boys. Well, the Red Sox go to the All-Star break with their best record in the history of the Boston Red Sox.
But now you're going to tell us what's wrong.
No, 68 and 30.
Yeah.
No, this has been a magical season all along. It seems like the old 1986 Boston Celtics, who always seem to be up 20 points by halftime. You turn around by the fourth inning, Red Sox seem to always be up 5-1.
Yep.
Yeah, they're clobbering everybody, aren't they?
Right, and the key guy, let's be honest, what's the difference between last year and this year? It's J.D. Martinez.
Yeah.
You have a guy that, in our hearts and minds, you can never replace Big Papi, but his production is Big Papi-like.
Big Papi has been replaced.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Production-wise.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's made the rest of that lineup better. Xander's having his best year ever. Mookie's having his best year ever. Moreland's having a second childhood here.
Yeah.
And that was just because the other guy had to ship out.
Right, and Devers
Yeah.
is still in the league probably because of Martinez's guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have a good second half, I think.
So, they have this whole war, wins against
Above
replacement. Okay, it's a statistic. It's confusing. I think it's kind of ridiculous. We talked about it a few weeks ago that Pablo Sandoval had a higher war this season than Rafael Devers. But all you have to do is the eye test. J.D. Martinez has been the reason we have won 10 more games this season. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. The way he's made everyone better around in that lineup. Just look at the offensive production this year versus last year. Case closed right there.
Right.
It's almost 50% better.
There's no denying it. He's protecting everybody in the lineup.
Can you think of a bigger acquisition that has made this impact on the Boston Red Sox in your lifetime?
Jack Clark.
Right? No, but seriously, coming to the Red Sox and the initial, first year making this great of impact. I can't think of one. I could think of maybe Pedro or something like
El
that.
Tiante.
Sale was impactful.
Impactful, but I'm talking about positional player.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone's impacted every single night.
Manny came in 2002, and that was still a bad season.
Yeah.
Right, obviously 2003 and 2004, once he teamed up with Big Papi, then things started to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right, but this has been something historic in that level too.
yeah, you're right, yeah.
And probably down the road saves Dave Dombrowski's job in the future. Right,
And he almost got forced to sign him by public opinion.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
It almost wasn't his idea.
Well, he's kind of left last man standing, too. And we
Yeah.
were the last team standing that was giving him any kind of offer. All right, so I love Mookie. And Mookie is a generational player. I'm not going to say that he's not. But statistics, we know that they can be big lies. But let me give you one stat. Mookie last year, in the whole season, hit 24 home runs, boys. This year, at the All-Star break, though it's 98 games deep, he has 23 home runs, okay? Last year, with the 24 home runs, boys, he had 102 RBIs. This year, he has 51, half the amount of RBIs with only one less home run. What the hell is he not batting third for?
Because they have no one else to bat leadoff.
Yeah, who's going to lead off?
Well, look, first of all, let's just talk about the
Brock Holt
situation.
should probably.
Yes,
lead off.
yes.
He's depending on the JBJs and the Sandy Leones of the world to get on base so Mookie Betts can drive in runs. And can see good pitches,
I think
right?
I think it might be more to the fact that this guy's really cruising now. Let's not upset anything.
No, I know. He's a baby, right?
Yeah.
He feels most comfortable in the leadoff position, but he's not helping the team. And when we talk about the playoffs, are you going to be happy that Mookie Betts always comes up with nobody on base?
Hits a solo home run when
Yeah, things tighten up a lot in those September, October games.
it's like a 3-run homer rather than a solo.
Right,
shot.
but we're leaving runs on the board because Mookie Betts is comfortable with leading off,
Well,
right?
and the manager's comfortable with him there too. So you got to go with that.
Oh, well, I mean, who's got more
They're crushing everybody.
Who's got more power on that team, Mookie Betts or Alex Cora right now? This is not
Alex
Hanley
Cora.
Ramirez,
Yeah.
Joe.
I'd go so far as to say that I think
Dustin
Mookie
Pedroia.
Betts is
Right.
is underrated ball player. He's underrated.
Nationally or in this
Yes,
town?
no, nationally.
Why?
I just feel like he's better and done more than the recognition he gets.
Oh, because you think Trout takes up
I think
all the
Trout,
publicity.
I think Harper, I think these elite guys that he's
Well, Trout is
categorically-
better.
Yeah, I think Trout's the
Trout's
best ball
better. Yeah.
player in baseball. But I mean, Mookie has crept right up with these guys
Yeah.
with this level guy.
I'd take him over Harper.
Oh, I mean, let's be honest. Trout and the Harpers of the world had a lot of publicity before they ever put a major league uniform on.
Good
Yeah.
point.
You know, a Mookie
Came
is-
out of nowhere.
Yeah, right. A 5th-round pick. I
Yeah.
mean, 5th-round picks, boys and girls, do not end up being
And he
the
was
best
a,
team
and
player
he was
in
a
baseball.
second baseman.
Yeah.
He was a second baseman. He never played the outfield in his life.
They don't miss that badly.
He's a
And-
Gold Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can play multiple positions. It's so funny. And I was thinking about it when they were talking about the void in second base and how are we going to fill this. There was serious
There is a
talk
guy
about
there.
you could put Mookie at second and he'd play it. He'd be happy, and damn well he'd be a Gold Glover, I bet.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needless to say,
Which makes him underrated.
right. The whole Bryce Harper thing.
Underappreciated. maybe.
Even better.
Bryce Harper, he's got a lot of charisma. He's got a lot of energy, and I know that's why. And he's a lightning rod, and that's the kind of guys we need. Mookie is starting to put himself out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're starting to get to know more of his personality, and then that's when you become the big star in national eyes, right?
Yep. There's something to that too. He's kind of a low profile kind of guy.
And he's so small. He's not a big figure, but yeah, fantastic. And I've heard the comparison to Willie Mays. I never saw Willie Mays play in his prime, but that sounds pretty good to me, right?
Willie was bigger, though. Willie was big.
Right,
Good
yeah.
sized guy, so.
But yeah, right, a lot of power. But look at Mookie showing. All right, boys, my man Xander, you gotta just give me my props, right?
Oh, you were ready
Why,
to sell
buddy?
him for nothing
Oh,
a month ago.
I don't remember that. Nobody has been more loyal to Xander since the Portland Sea Dogs
Yes.
than I have, right?
Wait a minute. Just wait a minute.
Oh, I'm waiting.
Yes, that is true. But there was a time in the middle there when you said, "Okay, boys, I'm getting
Hey.
off the Xander bandwagon."
Every
He's
great
cut the shot.
relationship has some rocky times, boys. Every great relationship. But we learn from that and we appreciate each other. And I'm loving
And you're
him more
back.
than ever.
You're
Right.
back. You're reconciled and.
And he's doing exactly what I told him to do. Hit for power. This is a guy that
Well, he was
always.
very-
And have the major league leading home run hitter batting in front of you.
Yeah, which sure
That
helps. It helps, Joe. But this is a guy that should be a 30, 100 RBI guy, right? I mean, this is a guy is built for it. But he was very happy dinking stuff over to right field,
Hitting
and
300,
getting his
yep.
2 for 5, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was hurt. He wasn't driving the ball. He's hurt for a long time. That was it. A wrist.
But do you think he kind of moped and stuff that he wasn't being anointed the man, right?
No, he
I
was
don't
the
know.
man. He was the man.
Maybe it was friction between him and Farrell. He seems to have blossomed again.
Another
Oh.
great point.
Yeah, that's
is
a
a
great
good
point. Because if you saw him in an interview when he had the walk-off, he said, they asked him about how things are. He said, the clubhouse is great. The coaching staff is great. Oh, that was a
Well,
different
that
can't
maybe
wait.
that makes my point for me
Yeah.
then.
I can't
Exactly.
wait to see when things are going really well when Petey steps in and says, "Hey, what about You know.
That's why Petey got sent home.
Oh, absolutely, Pete. All right, so I'm watching the game last week. Petey's there with Cora on the front dugout steps. He's yapping to Cora, and you know Cora wanted to watch the game, concentrating, tough. And Cora likes to talk to Renicky, the bench coach. And you could see where he's like, can he just,
this guy
can
off
we
my-
just pour acid on him, have him completely disappear? And the next day, he's going to rehab in Arizona. Ironically, that's where he has his home.
house, yeah.
Well, we complained
Thanks-
about the
thanks,
veteran
but no
leadership.
thanks.
Yeah, right.
The veteran leadership on that team, we complained about it. Cora has come in and cleaned house. He got rid of Ramirez. He got rid of Pedroia. The two guys that there's three guys we complained about at veteran leadership. The only one left is Price.
Okay, I have a conspiracy theory. All right. I believe that the Red Sox kept Hanley Ramirez as opposed to they wanted to cut him in the offseason, but they kept Hanley on that roster, damn well knowing that within a month or so that he would become an issue, whether it was playing or whether he was off the field, and this could be Cora's moment to pump his chest and show them that this is
Who's the boss? Who's the boss?
This is his clubhouse, his locker room. So they set that up
For Cora?
for Cora.
Yeah.
That was a layup for Cora to establish herself with the team.
Who's behind that?
Ownership, Dombrowski. They didn't want.
But it was a good move, and I'm buying into that. I'm
Well,
buying into
I'm
that.
okay with it, but I'm wondering where that. It sounds like a Larry move, and Larry's not there.
Dombrowski. Look, Dombrowski and Larry had the same kind of people, same generation. They
It's
knew,
a classic way to make your managerial bones, you know? Set you up like that.
and they saw that Farrell had lost the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Right. Completely.
Well,
Would you? So is that? So you're saying that's possible?
Plausible.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
buying. I'm buying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. So there you go. A little hot take.
Yeah.
All right. So boys, wait. Brandon Phillips is coming. I can hear the
He
calls.
has to come.
He
Yeah.
has to come. This is a guy that put up pretty, a perennial all-star for many years. Put up fairly big numbers, Joe. I don't know why you're giving me that
Yeah,
funny
well,
face,
good
Joe.
him.
15 home runs, 75
Wait.
RBIs last year.
perennial All-Star?
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
well-
I bet you he's an all-star 5-6 times in the
In what league was this?
National League. Joe, what do you think it was?
They
Pony
have an
League?
All-Star at second base.
and would that be BH? Come on, Brock Holt.
He was an All-Star.
Look, it's enough for me
A
to have.
man without a position.
It's enough for me to have to watch Matt Barnes pitch. Again, I know he's putting up the numbers, but that is the most frustrating thing to watch of all time. It's like pulling teeth.
Brock can't hit good pitching, but he can slaughter bad pitching.
Okay, and I brought the hat today because
Uh-oh.
this is it, boys. Here we go.
Todd, we have
I've
a-
been taking it out a long time,
Oh.
and it was screaming in
Get
the
the
room.
dust off it.
Yeah,
there.
right. Brandon Phillips will be with the Boston Red Sox within the next by I'm going to say August 15th, and Brandon Phillips will be a huge contributor down the stretch and in the playoffs for the Red Sox. And
Well, that's not a stretch because Nunez is.
what are you talking about? Brandon Phillips didn't even play all of this year, and he's sitting there in Pawtucket. It's pretty big.
Well, who's he going to replace?
What's that?
Who is he going
He's
to?
going to replace that stiff Brock Holt and a guy who's playing in
Who's
like.
having a great year?
No, he's not.
He is.
Really?
He's as good as his All-Star year.
Goodness, his All-Star
Yeah.
Can you believe it? But no, it's actually kind of a farce that Mitch Moreland was an All-Star. I'm not that I'm looking at any numbers, but just what I remember, didn't Mitch kind of have the same numbers that he had last year
Yeah.
at this time?
He had a good game too.
No, but then he tanked.
Yeah.
How can you not have Giancarlo Stanton on the team?
Because he said he wouldn't go.
Instead of Mitch, even Benintendi.
Nobody's going to pay to see Mitch Moreland.
Oh no, they're
Yeah.
not. And we ripped that deal from here to
Well,
eternity.
it's a pretty good deal as it turns out.
It
now.
worked out
Yeah,
well.
no,
Worked
it
out
has.
well.
Well, for now, right? It has. Okay. All right, boys. The question is, do we need a starter or do we need a reliever with Erod being out? And are we going to start calling Erod injury prone?
Yes.
Can we start
Injury
doing
rod.
that? Injury rod,
Yeah.
right? Because I don't know, you can't run to first base without twisting your ankle.
You know, there's something about that guy. I don't know if it's always physical.
You think right? Exactly.
There was one game that he looked really like he didn't want to be there. It was something weird going on.
Yeah,
Well, the Orioles got rid of him for a reason, and it was because they couldn't deal with his mental ins and outs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you notice that he walked off that mound when on this
Yeah,
weekend.
but sometimes when you lose and then you sit down for 5 minutes and the ankle, well,
not
really
at this
go.
age. I hurt my ankle. That's it.
That
Adrian's
happens when you're
carrying me
walking up
home.
and down Cypress
Yeah,
Hill. You know?
yeah, exactly. All right, boys. So starter or reliever? What's the priority?
I think you need both. With
You
Erod
need
down,
both.
Pomeranz down,
But you're not going to be able to get both.
you're not
Joe.
going to be able to get a starter. So get the reliever.
Get the reliever, right?
And I like your idea. We've tossed around Zach Britton. He's a lefty. He's a bona fide eighth inning guy that we haven't had.
He's
since
a horse.
The Mets
Oh
guy.
yeah, I mean this guy was a Cy Young candidate, an MVP candidate. You slot him in the 8th inning spot. Now all of a sudden it's a 7-inning game for the Boston Red Sox because we have to be very careful. Right now it's a 6-inning game for the Yankees, and if they get Zach Britton, it's now a 5-inning game.
Right.
Yeah.
You can get past the Yankees. If you can get to their starters, you're in good shape.
And having Zach Britton would also give them leverage. Isn't Kimbrel's contract up?
Yeah, right.
And now,
Well, I think Britton's contract is up too. I think they're both free agents.
well,
It's
yeah,
a
that's
rental,
better.
Joe. However, we're going for it this year, right?
yeah.
I mean,
I hope so.
yeah, I mean, this is a time. Whatever farm, whatever guys in the farm we have to give those guys up because 2018 needs to be a World Series victory, right? At this point.
Absolutely. You can't just beat everybody by a touchdown every night and then not try to win it all.
Yeah, and then the statistics go at this record. The Red Sox got to the World Series win. You know what I mean? There's obligation. This is not the Seattle Mariners.
If we need an outfielder, Rusty Castillo should be on the bus up here. Everyone should be being used.
Oh yeah, it's up to John Henry to fork up whatever extra dough he has to fork
That
up.
would entail tax money, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Luxury tax.
And
money.
right now, do you really care whether we move down 10 draft spots for the fact that we need to win?
I'm all about winning now all the time.
Right.
Any
Yeah.
sport. I don't care
A
what
bird
it
in
is.
the hand is always worth.
But my thing is, and I really like Cora.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
when you're winning like they're winning, I've yet to see him manage games, really,
Right, as far as taking out making
When
three
switches and
pitching
stuff.
changes.
Yeah,
Right,
because,
exactly.
Because when it comes down to those games, those nail biters it's going to come down to management, and you know this.
Well, they've been very fortunate because they've got a lot of innings from their starters, so they haven't been exposed the bullpen in that great fashion in high leverage situations.
They've been kind of breezing,
Yeah, right.
and maybe the guy's a great manager, but I haven't seen it yet.
And there are
Yeah, the Matt Barneses and the Tyler Thornburgs haven't had to be protecting one-run leads. Close games like you're going to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to handle guys. You know.
Absolutely. No, it's just very exciting. All right, boys, we're going to go to the Patriots. Training camp starts next
another
week.
week,
Next
yeah.
week.
Think anybody will be there?
Yeah, and just so you guys, as far as the fans.
Yes.
Oh my God, those. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Those. Yeah.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah, everybody's going to be over there in the parking lot and just trying to get an autograph from the 90th player on the team.
no,
Getting
you
the
try to
Brandon Cooks jerseys
Yeah,
for
right.
$6.
Yeah, right, exactly.
The trick there is to find a shady area where you can still see the field.
Yeah, right.
That's not easy to do.
So only bad news can come from training camp, right? If there's a breaking news story, Patriots training camp, that means somebody got injured.
When they're raving about a wide receiver or a tight end, that guy's not going to make the team.
But this is what I'm looking forward to with training camp. I'm waiting for somebody to finally ask Bill Belichick, hey, what happened?
Exactly.
He's not going to
He
answer.
has to. He has to. I mean, someone has to say, Bill, Super Bowl, come on.
Right.
He's not going to. He's
Joe, that's the first.
He's been on the honeymoon for a long time with the press.
not going to.
Joe, that's the first 12 questions that's going to be asked, right?
Yeah, and he's not going to answer them.
Yeah,
Oh, I know he's not going to answer me. He's going to say we're moving on. This is a new season.
Yeah.
I know.
Exactly. You could do the press conference as well as I can,
Yeah.
as well as he can.
Yeah, right. And Putin's going to be nice from now on. I know the answers. All right, but so he's going to skate for the Super Bowl. That's what you're saying, Joe.
Well,
he
no,
should be
he's not
accountable
saying-
for the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
But he won't
won't
be
be.
with the press, not with the media, anyways.
So he's going to.
He's not going to
He's
answer
going
the
to have to
question.
address it with his team.
Yes,
Great
okay.
point. So you think that come the opening meeting with the
He's
team?
got some high-profile players that aren't really happy with the outcome of the Super Bowl, who think that they played well enough to win.
So is the topic of conversation within the players for the first couple weeks going to be that Super Bowl?
Wouldn't it be if you were on the team?
Well, at least the
Absolutely.
captains' meetings, right?
You gotta
the captains'
come,
meetings.
Look, Bill's whole thing is we got to wipe the slate clean. We're going to go forward. You have to address it. It's in the room.
Right.
You have to. I don't think he's addressed it since the Super Bowl. Do you think he's talked to anybody since the end of that game?
No, he hasn't. No, well, they have the mini
doubt
camps
it.
and stuff, but no, yeah.
Riding his bike on Nantucket.
Yeah, right. No, yeah. No, it's a great point.
He has to get in that room with all the guys in the auditorium and just the guys and say, "All right, listen, let's air it out now, or else it starts from day one."
And how many questions during training camp will he have about Jimmy G? Oh my! Right? If you want to end the press conference, and say
Jimmy
that
G's over. He was,
Jimmy G is going to be the
That's,
biggest story.
that's like asking the Crafts that Jimmy G question. They refused to answer
he
it.
was lousy in his OTA.
Oh, I know he's the biggest story. He could possibly be the biggest story of Patriots land the whole season.
You'd love that.
Oh my! Absolutely.
The,
You'd
the
love
story
that.
that keeps giving.
All right, so what am I looking forward to? I'm going to ask the boys what they're looking forward to. The only guy I'm looking forward to seeing is the new rookie running back, Sony Michel. Because so exciting to watch him play in the championship. You know, we have a potential guy that could be a star running back. Tell me, is there anyone else, guys, new players that you're interested in seeing?
We're all line guys, and you know that high draft pick, that kid there.
Is he a guard? Is he a
Is he a guard? Is he a tackle? What is he? You know. So
I know, but
they
that's
have a plan.
I know, but guard play and line play is not very interesting.
Oh, it's
Sony
not very.
Michel
Yeah.
is like-
conversation.
From day one, it's like, whoa, he's gonna be noticed.
Right, but that's the interesting storyline of the Patriots.
The minute he was drafted.
Right.
But I gotta say, I'm more interested in that linebacking core. It's got to improve. They threw, a lot at it. They drafted a bunch. They're bringing in a bunch. Let's see if any of these guys can play, because the guys they had could not play.
No.
None of them were NFL caliber players.
And I'm going to throw up every time I hear he's a good special teamer this training camp. I don't really care about anyone who plays special teams.
I want to see that defense improve.
Yeah, and Dante Hightower should not take one snap, of course, in the exhibition play or in training camp.
He's the Chris Sale of the Patriots.
Right, because he only has so many more throws in his
reps.
arms.
He's got so many reps.
Right? I mean, you got to put him on ice. If he had get jammed up for steroids, that might have been a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, boys. So get ready. Yeah, I know he's Brookline's own Tom Brady, and we love him. We love him so much. But there are going to be so many phony Tom Brady stories that he's a man amongst the people now. Because obviously everyone thinks that he's above everyone now, and
Isn't he?
right, but you're going to see all these phony stories, how every time he signs an autograph, they're going to interview the person, and they're going to have... How quick before you're sick of Tom Brady in training camp?
That's not Tom Brady's fault.
Everything is Tom
There's
Brady's fault.
media
There he
overkill.
goes. Everything is Tom Brady's fault.
Todd.
Yeah, you think maybe he'll do a
Todd.
couple
He
rounds
looks
of Botox?
evil there. He's evil.
You think before he comes to training camp, a couple of rounds of Botox? You think Alex Guerrero gives him the Botox too?
I don't
Right?
know. I don't know.
He gives him everything else
When
that he
he's
needs.
pounding away on it.
Yeah.
This is what I know. He's still the best quarterback in the NFL. That's what I know.
Yes, he is.
I don't know
Right.
what he's putting in his face, and I don't know what he's eating, and frankly, I don't really care.
Do you think when Alex Guerrero comes over the house that Tom has no problem that Giselle leaves?
Oh,
That he has
what,
everything-
what can of
That
worms
he has,
are we opening
that he has
here?
everything he wants.
I don't even know where that. I don't even know where that.
Right? And this picture is coming around. You've seen this picture of Tom Brady with his shirt off and with kissing
Giselle.
Giselle. Yeah, right. That right there. Yeah. That's been criticized for Tom Brady maybe looking a little out of shape. But there's a picture that Tom Brady, we don't have it, Tom Brady kissing Giselle at the beach. And
Looking a little flabby.
Looking a little flabby, right. And the question was, why would that picture ever reach the public eye, and I can tell you, I know why, because Giselle looked good in it,
Yeah.
right? And if your wife looks good in the picture, that's the ones that hang up on the wall.
Yeah, but those two people, wherever they go, there are pictures taken of them. I don't care where they go.
No, I think this picture was released by
yeah.
by Tom Brady.
They go to
TBT,
very
yeah.
private places now where
Oh,
they
yeah.
control the photo shoots.
Wait now. You think that Tom?
See, the paparazzi go to Montana.
Tom would never
put a
let that
picture
picture go. He's got a gut. He's got no
Oh, I thought
definition.
you were
looks
saying
like
that
this
he
guy.
did let it. That he engineered it. That he looked out of shape.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no. I'm saying he would not have ever released that picture, but Giselle looked good in it, so it goes, right? Because we know that's how marriages.
She's gonna
Yeah.
look good in
Yeah.
any picture.
Yeah, of course she is.
Yeah, it's hard to find a bad one of her.
Well, she liked this one in particular, so that's
Yeah.
why it went. And now he's catching crap. And that's marriage, kids. All right, so we go to the Celtics. And I found myself, I guess I have no life. I found myself watching the NBA Rookie
I
League.
watched it
I
too.
will- Oh, you
watched
did?
it, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Exactly.
Not long.
Let's be honest.
I don't even know what channel it's on.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
not
know
even an
the players.
exhibition play.
Yeah.
It's Rookie League, right?
Were there any draft picks in that?
No, I don't even know. There were just guys named Bird.
Yeah.
Well, I think
They were all the European guys from last year that they stashed, right?
right. Yeah, there was Bird and Allen. It was like
Yeah.
names from the
No one
Celtics
spoke
past.
English.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm watching it and rooting for the Celtics.
Well, that's because last year Tatum was in it, and Tatum made the big stir.
Even the coach looked confused.
You're right.
Who are these guys?
He's the only one who spoke
and why am I
English.
coaching?
Yeah.
In fact, one of the teams had the video coordinator as the head coach. He's the only
on
guy who had a
national
suit
TV.
coat.
National TV.
Yeah, national TV. All right, so one's own, Yabusele, Gershon,
Brookline's own.
is Brookline's own. Did you not know that? He
I did
lives in
not.
Brookline. Yeah, he looked like
A world beater.
he looked like he
Probably.
could play. He looked like he had lost like 20 pounds. I mean, he's
good.
never going
Good
to
for
lose.
him.
That butt is always going to be big.
He's very big, yeah.
But he not Jared Sullinger big, because I've never seen something like that. That was almost like a circus show.
Jared
but,
was two players.
But Yabusele, there's minutes for him, right?
Wait, but who was he playing against?
No, he was playing in the leagues that we were watching, but no, he was. I mean, he looked like a guy that had made the next jump. Would you agree?
You mean he took care of himself and got himself ready?
Yeah, right.
Oh, good,
well,
good,
you know,
on him.
Yeah,
But also gains confidence.
yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
he'll make the 15-man roster this year.
Yeah, well, who would be his competitor on that?
They pick
seat?
up another big guy.
Well, obviously when
They
any-
re-signed Tice and
and
Marcus
Baines.
They re-signed Baines. Baines is back in the fold.
But he's a guy that if they were to dump Morris, which I think they're going to probably do, try to get a late round first pick, then you might see
Because
him.
they will sign the guy they drafted. Right?
Williams, yeah, they already signed him, even though he's got G League
Yeah.
all over him.
Morris
If he-
should have some value because, I mean, he's got some offensive potential too,
He
rather
should
than
have
just
some
a
value.
defensive.
I don't think he really fits here anymore.
No, and he's good, but they're going to send him out west
Yeah.
because that's the last thing they want is Marcus Morris beating them in the playoffs.
I don't
Yeah.
think they have to really worry about that.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, he's
It's
the
like
kind
Jay
of guy.
Crowder beating you in the playoffs.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, there was no worry. All right, boys, I'm going to take my hat out for one more time because I've
Sure,
got a
why
prediction
not?
here. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we have a Celtics prediction.
Celtics prediction. Kyrie Irving is no longer the star of the Celtics. Kyrie Irving will not be taking the last shot in big games.
Oh, nah, take the
it
hat
is
off.
one. Jason Tatum is the man.
Not a chance.
I don't. The advancement that he's going to make from the rookie season to second season will be colossal. He, by Christmas, will be anointed the star of the Celtics.
Well, let's not say. Well, what about Gordon Hayward? Because it's only 50-50 that Kyrie's going to be on this team next year.
No, wait a minute. Is this current year?
Coming year, there's only one more year on his contract.
I know, but this year.
They
I'm
might
talking
have
about-
to get something for him. or
No,
get nothing.
they're not.
Well, let's
Shane,
assume he's on the team.
Yeah, he's
Let's
he's
assume
on
he's
the
on a
team.
team. That's still crazy. That's
You
crazy talk.
watch. It's,
Yeah, there's too much competition. It's going to be too.
who was right about Jason Tatum?
No, but
last year.
The young Kevin Durant, you mean?
he hasn't done enough yet
No, right, but I'm
to
telling you,
unseat Kyrie
he's
Irving.
going during the course of
Yeah,
the season.
and Gordon Hayward, they all have a body of work. Even Al Horford
That needs to be
have a body of
respected.
work that you have to
All
respect.
right, we'll continue. We got to go. All right, I want to thank the boys. I want to thank everyone behind the scenes. Of course, the lovely and talented Adrian, handsome Todd, and William the intern. please check us out on our website at thegrandstanders.com and tune in again next Wednesday night at 6:30 for another edition of the Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman. Have a great and happy night. I'm Scott Kerman. Have a great and happy night. The elephants are in town.
Here comes the circus.